Hey, Mike, you got a gas stove or an electric stove?
I have got a gas stove.
So if the blue flame was pretty high, would you stick your hand on it?
Yes.
All right, well, get prepared to burn yourself on these hot takes. Producer! Welcome to the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Biggs. You have found yourself by hook or by crook on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. He is Grindberg. I am Biggs. We're here with the Fantasy Forecast. We're going to talk about hot takes for 2024. This is in your redraft leagues. This is in your family leagues. Murder your children. This is in your coworker, your work leagues. Kill your coworkers. We're going to build your champion with these hot takes. So, Mike, let's do something a little bit different. Let's have you start it off.
You're gonna allow me to? You didn't even tell me that.
Anything.
That wasn't in the show sheet, Biggs. You threw me for. Okay, let's do it. Let me start today. And
that's called improv.
Improv. Okay, so we're gonna start with the quarterback position and my hot takes. Number 3 at the quarterback position, and I think that Jalen Hurts is gonna finish outside of the top 5 quarterbacks. His chances of a top 5 finish in 2024, he does face a little bit of challenges. Passing decline since Shane Steichen left. Hurts passing metrics like yardage, completion rate, and touchdowns have declined, affecting his overall fantasy potential. His rushing reliance, he's 24% reliant on rushing touchdowns. The impact of Saquon Barkley will affect that. Kelsey's retirement will also affect that. So Hurts' bid for a top 5 finish in 2024 is a bit clouded by declining passing stats and the departure of Shane Steichen. So I'm a little less bullish on Jalen Hurts in 2024, and that is a hot take. He's going to finish just outside the top 5. And my number 2 hot take is going to be Anthony Richardson finishing as the QB1 and wins MVP. His bid to the QB1, it's not that hot takey if you think about it. You know, as long as he can, finish the season and be healthy throughout the whole season, his MVP season hinges on some compelling stats. He was averaging 25.7 fantasy points per game, outpacing Josh Allen. His rushing ability is incredible despite a modest passing completion rate. They've added weapons around him, and I think that high-flying offense is going to be just what the doctor ordered. And under Shane Steichen's, tutelage, I think he's going to make Anthony Richardson into a quarterback 1 in 2024. Now, Biggs, I am going to tell you right now what my number 1 hot take is.
Wait, I need to go. Oh, you fooled me. All right, my number 1. Well, first of all, I want to shout out to Geezer. Geezer is he's the Fantasy Football Advice Network super fan. And I just wanted to give him some acknowledgement on this show. Give him a big shout out before I get started.
I got an idea. Yeah. Why don't we do a personal invite to Geezer to one of our, our jersey leagues?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea. I
think that's a great idea too.
So
I thought it was a great idea first.
I think that's an awesome idea. Geezer is one of our, most important. You're all important, but he's one of the guys that is just always active in our chats in the Fantasy, Football Advice Network, and we're gonna give Geezer a pass to one of our jersey leagues, so he can pick either Biggs' league or my league, and we'll have to reach out to him on our forum. So we'll do that this week.
Pretty sure mine's gonna be IDP, so I don't know if he's gonna choose mine. All right, my quarterback hot takes number 3. Derek Carr is going to finish in the top 15. What does that mean in redraft? That means he's your quarterback 2. So go ahead and wait till the 9th or 10th round to draft your quarterback 1. And then when you're looking for a backup, draft Derek Carr. Make sure that the bye weeks don't match, of course. Not that I care about bye weeks when I'm going into drafts anyway. I just take the best players and then the chips fall where they may. However, Derek Carr has finished within the top 15 4 times in his career. He was number 16 last season, so he was just outside. And they brought in Clint Kubiak to run the offense. I talked about him on the show before. He came over from the San Francisco 49ers, where he made Brock Purdy quarterback 6 last season. Derek Carr has the experience. He has the track record. There's a lot of hate out in the fantasy space, in the football space in general, for Derek Carr, and it's mostly unwarranted. He is a much better quarterback than people give him credit for. He has constantly been in the top 15 to top 10, or in the 15 to 8 range in his career as a quarterback, and that doesn't change. In fact, he gets a boost this year. So draft him freely as your quarterback 2. Let him fill in that bye week, and possibly if he has some sort of like explosion during the season, he'll benefit you. My number 2 is Trevor Lawrence. He's going to, the hot take, he's going to finish in the top 10. Now, he finished in the top 10 in 2022, not so much last year, but he's going to do it this year. Their offense is essentially revamped, and just like a pitcher with a fastball, he did it once, he's going to do it again. What do you think, Schultze?
How long do I got is the first question. But yes, he's going to do it again. To answer the question, that's a fact. We've talked Trevor before, and it's all about those injuries last year, man. That he was still playing lights out, injuries piled up, and it kind of all went to crap. This is a guy who elevates people around him, and now they've surrounded him with real talent, real speed on the outside, dudes who can catch the ball. Trevor lost minus 37.8 EPA to drops last year. He was 30th ranked on PFF supporting cast. Like it was a mess, and it has been pretty much a mess despite this guy elevating everyone around him to career years. So you give the talent boost, plus Trevor playing really well. Go watch the film. Yeah, why isn't it going to happen? Here, you want to get spicy. He's going to finish higher than CJ Stroud. Boom, spice.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm here for that one there, Schultze. I'm just joking. Now, that was a good take. I'm high on Trevor Lawrence. I've said that before on some of our shows. I think he's going to have a great season. He just needed a better offensive line, and I think they've done that. They've added weapons around him, and yeah, you hit it on the head there, Biggs. I think we're all in agreement that Trevor Lawrence is going to have a huge season. So now let's get into our number ones, and my number one hot take, spicy, is, I think, and this is a hot take. They're hot takes for a reason, folks. They're not. They're meant to have some fun, and they're outliers. If this were to happen, good on us for pegging this. But I'm gonna say that Jayden Daniels finishes as a top 5 quarterback in 2024 and wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Based on statistical analysis and historical trends, Jayden Daniels is poised to finish as a top 5. And here's why. He's got dual threat proficiency. Daniels showcased exceptional dual threat capabilities during his college career at LSU. Remember last season where he just completely annihilated the record books, 3,800 yards passing, but 1,200 yards rushing, 50 total touchdowns. That was incredible. That is historical. You know what I mean? The immediate starting role in offensive system, Daniels is expected to start from day one under offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury's system, known for its up-tempo style and robust RPO elements. This setup is tailored to maximize Daniels' dual threat abilities, fantasy football potential. Preseason projections positions Daniels as a low-end quarterback 1, but he has substantial upside given his ability to accumulate significant yardage. He's got a great supporting cast despite concerns about his physical durability. Daniels benefits from a competent offensive line and a talented receiving core like Terry McLaurin, emerging former first-round Jahan Dotson, and we can't forget about Luke McCaffrey, who could position himself really well in that offense. They got Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz as well. He's got good value in ADP right now, going as the quarterback 16, and could be a huge value. So Jayden Daniels' combination of dual threat skills, historical trends favoring quarterbacks with that kind of profile, I'm poising him to finish as a top 5 quarterback in 2024 and secure the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jayden Daniels, set to dominate in 2024, dual threat prowess, high octane offense, and my number one hot take at the quarterback position. Biggs, what do you got? What's your hot take, my buddy?
Well, I'm going to talk about another rookie. And Dynasty darling, Caleb Williams, the consensus 101 in all of the Dynasty fantasy football drafts, rookie drafts that you're seeing all over the place, is going to finish outside of the top 16. He's going to be quarterback 16 or worse in redraft leagues. That is, that's not draftable. Somebody's going to draft him. Don't let it be you. We tend to put a lot of hype on rookies, and they don't really pay off at the quarterback position. In fact, Mike, tell me who the second best rookie quarterback in the NFL was in 2023.
The second best rookie quarterback in 2000. That's
right. It was Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
He was the second best, and he played roughly half the season. CJ Stroud was by far the QB1 of the rookie class, but Aiden O'Connell was number 2. Now, Jayden Daniels is the number 1 of this rookie class. Caleb Williams is more of a raw project than Jayden Daniels is. He doesn't have the experience that Jayden Daniels does. There are some off-platform things. People think that they are looking at Patrick Mahomes when they watch Caleb Williams play, but there was a lot not to like in his game film throughout his 2023 season at USC. He was the first player off the board in the 2024 NFL draft. The Chicago Bears have invested a ton in him. They even grabbed Rome Odunze. They have a pretty stacked receiving core through their wide receivers, running backs, and tight end. That's all going to help Caleb Williams. However, he does have some things going against him, namely the fact that he's a rookie. He's inexperienced. He doesn't understand the speed of the game yet. All of those things come into play. Whereas with Jayden Daniels, he's in a little bit better situation, having the experience that he's been in multiple, he's been in multiple offensive systems. Caleb Williams has been in 2. It's let other people take Caleb Williams. Don't believe the hype, as Public Enemy once said.
That's a hot take if I ever heard one. And you know what? It could definitely happen. I don't know if we remember that dreaded Notre Dame game last year. Caleb Williams was in a hurt full of hurt in that one, and
full of hurt.
And you never know. Like with these NFL defenses, he could be in for a hurt full of hurt.
He might be put in the hurt locker.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
You know what's coming up next on our next show?
Let's go
More
with
hot takes. More hot takes at the wide receiver position.
Right. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, shout out to all of our fans around the globe. You've been watching the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Bigz on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Find me at BigBonedFFB on Twitter. Find him at FFCanuck99 on Twitter. And find Shuwanzi at SCHU1TZY on Twitter. And we'll be back next time with wide receiver hot takes. Hope you win.
Hope you win.